You ate bread your whole life. Suddenly it hurts. Bloating, brain fog, exhaustion after a sandwich. The blood test for celiac comes back negative. The doctor shrugs. The internet has answers. It's the gluten, they say. Cut it out. You do, and somehow you feel better. But here's the strange part scientists keep finding. In careful experiments, the gluten itself may not be the culprit. So what is actually making millions of people sick? The answer is hiding inside the same loaf of bread. First, a quick history lesson on wheat and human guts. Humans have eaten wheat for roughly 10,000 years. Celiac disease, a true autoimmune reaction to gluten, is ancient too. It affects about 1% of people worldwide. But starting in the 2000s, something new appeared in clinics. Patients tested negative for celiac, negative for wheat allergy. Yet bread, pasta, and pizza made them genuinely, miserably sick. Doctors called it Non-Celiac Gluten Sensitivity, NCGS for short. In 2011, Gibson ran a small but careful trial. He fed gluten to self-reported sensitive patients in secret. They reacted, symptoms returned, gluten looked guilty. The study made headlines. Gluten-free aisles exploded worldwide. By 2015, the gluten-free market hit $15 billion. Roughly 1 in 5 Americans was avoiding gluten on purpose. But Gibson himself was uneasy with his own results. So in 2013, he ran the study again, better designed. This time, he controlled what else his subjects were eating. Specifically, he removed a group of carbs called FODMAPs. FODMAPs are fermentable sugars in wheat, onions, garlic, beans, and dairy. They feed gut bacteria, producing gas, bloating, and pain. Wheat happens to be loaded with one type called fructans. Subjects ate a low FODMAP diet, then secretly received gluten, whey, or placebo. The results stunned even Gibson. Symptoms did not track with gluten at all. People felt sick on placebo just as often as on gluten. The real trigger had been hiding in the background diet. Wheat was making them ill, but not because of gluten. It was the fructans, the FODMAPs, feeding bacteria in the colon. A 2018 trial in Norway confirmed it. Her team tested fructans against gluten in self-reported sensitive adults. Fructans caused significantly more symptoms than gluten did. The case against pure gluten was quietly falling apart. But the story has another layer and another suspect. Modern wheat contains proteins called amylase trypsin inhibitors, or ADIs. ADIs evolved to protect the wheat plant from pests. In some people, they appear to activate the immune system. Chopin's lab showed ADIs can trigger gut inflammation in mice. Modern high-yield wheat varieties contain more ADIs than older ones. So when patients feel sick, it could be fructans, ADIs, or both. Almost never, it seems, the gluten itself, though for celiac disease, strict avoidance remains essential. Here's the twist. By cutting gluten, people accidentally cut everything else too. They feel better, and they credit the wrong molecule. The diet works, the diagnosis was wrong. This matters more than a label on a loaf. Strict gluten-free diets can be low in fiber, iron, and B vitamins. They cost more. They isolate people at dinner tables. And they may be solving a problem the body never had. Real wheat sensitivity exists. Researchers now call it NCWS, wheat sensitivity. The trigger is wheat, but the exact molecule is still being identified. So if bread makes you feel awful, you are not imagining it. But see a dietitian to find the real trigger. Your gut is telling you something true. It just may not be saying what you think it's saying. Next time you blame the gluten, listen a little closer.